Good morning, Floss Tube. It's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Today is Monday. It is the 18th of May, and this is my Chart of the Day video number 33. Welcome. I hope you all had a good weekend. I worked most of the weekend, so I wouldn't much call it a weekend at all. The nice weather we were supposed to have yesterday did not come about. It was cold, it was windy, drizzly. It's cold and windy today again too, so I'm glad it's not nice today, because then I'd feel bad about having to be inside all day. I want to thank everyone for watching the videos and answering the question. It seems like not many of us stitchers are singers too. I guess our talents lie elsewhere. I like to sing, just it's not good. It's not horrible, but it's not good. So anyway, appreciate your response, and I hope everyone is feeling well and doing well. The world is opening back up, and in some cases this is not a good thing. I saw, was it Texas, 700 new cases. So, and that's kind of how I'm afraid this is going to go, is we're going to see this resurgence. So I'm still going to keep my doors closed. I've had people calling, I've had people showing up at the door expecting me to be open. I just have too many people that would not do well if they got sick. I don't want to take it home to Dan. With his diabetes, he doesn't need that. So doors are going to remain closed for another couple of weeks anyway. And I'm sorry if that's annoying to some of you, but I just can't risk it. And I hope you understand. I want to thank everyone for their continued support with ordering. I would be in a world of hurt if it wasn't for that. So again, much appreciation for the continued orders. Do I have anything interesting to tell you? No, I have not heard. Abby has not heard back on her results yet. She did get her test done on Saturday morning, and at that time they told her it would probably be 36 to 72 hours before she heard anything. So we're thinking maybe today she'll hear something. So far she's feeling fine. She can't wait to get back home and be with Reese. While she's been quarantining, Reese has learned to hold her own bottle, and she has learned to blow bubbles. So Abby's sad that she's missed out on those milestones. There'll be lots more, Abby. It'll be fine. So let's see. Yeah, I worked yesterday. I had a lot of book work to do. I had new product that came in that I needed to get into the computer. I twisted threads for about 3 hours. Placed some orders with Hoffman and Witch Hilton Yarn Tree, and I hear Gentle Arts is back up and running, so I'm going to place an order with them. Fingers crossed on that one. So yeah, that was pretty much my day. I did do a Zoom meeting with some stitching friends on Saturday night, and that was fun. My ear is full of fluid today, and everything is echoing, so I hope I'm speaking loud enough, because I can't hear out of that ear today. I think it's probably allergies. I still have my sense of smell and taste, so I don't think it's the COVID. I think it's just allergies. I slept with the windows open again, and my nose is running and my ear is full of fluid. So, all right, let's get this boat on the shore, as my neighbor used to say. Today's chart of the day is A Shepherd's Song from Plum Street Samplers. It came out at Market. It is a beautiful piece. Has a lot of floss in it. Look at that list of floss. A lot of floss. She's a big girl, 285 by 178. Calls for 36 count hog bristle, which is a fox and rabbit fabric, and I don't have it. I have never seen it, so I'm just going to guess as to what it's a beige, I'm assuming, of some sort. There are a couple of flosses in here that you need 2 of. The Black Coffee and Nature Trail. I only have 1 Black Coffee left in stock, so that's on my to-do list today, is to order Classic Colorworks. So I'm looking to see if there was any over 1. But I don't see anything about over 1. So no, I don't think there's any over 1. There is some long stitches, tent stitches, but she doesn't say anything about over 1. So again, just there's the look at those sheep. Look at those cute sheep. They're so cute. Look at the pattern. Can you see the pattern on that one? Isn't that just adorable? Of course, I gotta love a black house. I'm not real big on sayings, so I'm glad to see that this one is fairly small and, in my opinion, kind of innocuous, so it doesn't irritate me any. I tend to not like stitching ones that are too religious. That's just a me thing. But yeah, just look at that house. It's awesome. It's a cute border. I like everything about it. So these are the called for threads. And like I said, there's quite a few of them. There's 2 DMC, the rest are Weeks and Classic Colorworks. I thought perhaps I would try, this is a 37 count fabric called Wild Honey. It's a beige, but it's got slightly pink undertone. It's not pink, but it does have slightly pink undertone to it. So I think that would be really pretty. I've not ever stitched on the 37 count, but Rodney, back when the stitchers were able to come into the shop, Rodney was stitching on a 37 count, and he said he really liked it. I'm thinking maybe that would help with the coverage problem a little bit. Do you suppose? So that's one suggestion. Weathered shingle is a grayish color. Put something behind it. And I think everything would show up on that. Gives it a whole different look. Next up is Stars Hollow Blend. I think it'd be fine on there. And then, if you're a risk taker, I think this might be pretty. Maybe. This is one of those that I like the colors on there. I'm not going to know whether I would really like it unless I stitched it, which I have no intention of doing anytime soon because I have too many other things right now. But this is, and I'll probably not say it right, Murtaugh. He's a character from the Outlander series. This is a 40 count. And let me just hold it up first. Let me open it up. So it's kind of a blue with some green, white, grayish kind of beautiful modeling. There's a big splotch of dark green right there in the middle, which isn't necessarily bad, but I just like to point those things out. So I think this could be really pretty on there. I'm going to have to make it smaller. Having some neck problems. I wore my neck brace all weekend long because I think I've got a disc that's threatening to go, and I've already had one surgery for it on my neck, and I would rather not have another one, but it's really been bothering me lately. I've had a lot of pain, so I wore my brace all weekend and at night, and it feels a little bit better today, but anything moving my arm up tends to irritate it. So I think that might be kind of pretty on there. But you got to be a risk taker to do that one. So that is today's chart of the day. I hope you like it. I love it. Someday I will stitch it, probably when I'm retired. The question of the day today comes from Dan. He asked me this morning. He said, could I choose the question of the day? And I said, sure, go ahead. What is it? You never know what's going to come out of his mouth. But he thought it would be interesting. He would like to know how you all started stitching. Did someone introduce it to you? Did you see someone doing it and decide to teach yourself? What is the story behind you and cross stitch? I think everyone kind of knows his story. I have told mine in the past, but I'll go over it quickly again for those of you who might be new. Dan and I got married when I was 20. He moved me from Omaha to a very small town in Wyoming called Burlington. There were 100 people there. I didn't drive. I didn't drive until I was 22. I still don't like to drive. It makes me nervous. Too many people on the road anymore. So I didn't drive. Dan was not only a teacher, but he was a coach, so he was gone all day. And my aunt, I was bored, out of my mind. We had no money. We had no furniture. We had our waterbed. We borrowed a dresser from the principal of the school because we had no dresser. We had a broken rocking chair that my aunt gave me, a round coffee table that my aunt gave me. We had a little dinette set that we bought at Nebraska Furniture Mart before we moved. It was, I think, a whopping $60 we paid for that. We had a washing machine, not a dryer. We had, that was it. That was all we had for furniture when we got married. We did not have living room furniture until almost 8 months into the marriage. Yeah, we lived lean. Our snacks at the time were we ate a lot of popcorn and Tang. And we had a black and white television set there that we got one channel on. So that was it. And I was home alone because he was a teacher and a coach. So he was gone from 7 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night a lot. So I was home alone with nothing to do, basically, no place to go and no one to talk to. And my aunt took pity on me and sent me a box of craft supplies. There was, those felt curtains, felt kits that you can make, like a tree skirt. You attach the sequins to them. That was in the box. There was a couple of stamped cross-stitch kits. There was a long stitch kit. There was, I think it was crewel. It was crewel, I think. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of different kits in there. I started with the felt Christmas stockings and the tree skirt and did those. And then I moved on to the stamped cross-stitch kits, and I enjoyed those. I tried the crewel. I didn't care for that at all. I did the long stitch one. It was okay. And that pretty much took me through the winter time. We moved in the summer to a slightly larger town, and I made, I had other teacher friends there, wives of the teachers. And I was mentioning one time I couldn't find any more stamped cross-stitch kits. And Diane said, "Oh, well, have you tried counted cross-stitch?" And I said, "No, what's counted cross-stitch?" And she said, "Oh, come here. Well, I'll show you." So we went into her bedroom. She pulls this box out from under the bed, and in it there's these charts, and there's some fabric that I now know was Ada, and some DMC floss. And she said, "Why don't you pick something from here and take it home and see if you like it?" So I took a piece of cream-colored Ada, a chart of an angel, Christmas angel, and then it used like 3 colors of DMC, like a blue and a pink and a red. So I took those home, and I didn't know what I was doing. I more or less sat down and taught myself how to do it, but I really, really liked it. And then I was able to find, we went into Casper, and I was able to find more counted cross-stitch after that. So that's how I got into counted cross-stitch, and I've never looked back since then. I've stitched now for 40 years because I was 20 when I started. That's not to say I hadn't done any prior to that. I remember an orange apron that my grandma gave me that was stamped cross-stitch when I was probably 12. But after that orange apron, I hadn't stitched until I did those stamped kits that my aunt sent me. So that's how I got into counted cross-stitch. And Dan wanted to know your story and how you got into it. And are you self-taught, or did someone teach you? Give me all the details. I think with that, I'm going to get to work. I've got quite a few orders that came in over the weekend, and I got to place my orders yet for Floss. I did not get any cleaning done on Saturday. I came in at 8, and I started cleaning, and then the phone started ringing, and I checked the email, and there were orders, and I don't know. I shouldn't check the email or answer the phone in that first 2 hours. I should have just cleaned. So, I don't know that it's going to get cleaned today either, but I'm going to try. So, anyway, I hope your weekend was great. I hope you got some stitching done. I will definitely be back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have Abby's results then, but like I said, she's feeling fine, so my fingers are crossed, and I'm pretty sure we're fine. I'm hedging my bet by saying pretty sure, because I know how the luck in this family runs, and sometimes it's not so great. So I will see you in the morning. You guys have a wonderful Monday. Get some stitching done, and I will see you then. Take care.